Yo, what's going on, guys? My name's Tom. Today I'm going to be talking about MCC PC, the good, the bad, the ugly, and just kind of get into my experience with MCC PC thus far. Now, if you're watching this video in the future, understand this. It's currently December 5th. This game came out December 3rd. There are no updates, patches, or other games outside of Halo Reach on MCC PC. Therefore, that's all I've experienced as of yet. Alright, so let's talk about the aesthetics, right? The game looks pretty good. People on social media sort of blow things out of proportion. I've played this game in the past couple days on PC and Xbox. I don't even have an Xbox One X. The game looks pretty good on Xbox. Like, there really is no significant difference unless you're playing in like 4K or 8K. I think where PC shines would be the FPS, not really the graphics, because again, there really is no type of advantage that you have playing multiplayer anyway at a high resolution. Don't get me wrong, if you've got it like that, like if you have a $4,000 rig and you can do that, well, more power to you. But trying to play multiplayer in 4K or 8K on a budget PC, like a $500 rig, like that's just not gonna happen. I mean, you could, but I don't see why you would, because the lack of performance would be an issue, in my opinion. Like, I've always been a performance over looks guy. Like, I don't care about the aesthetics of a game. I just want to be able to play it at the highest possible level. And, you know, my current rig, for example, like I have an i7 4770K with a GTX 970, so 4K really isn't an option for me. I mean, it is, I could, but unless I upgraded my computer, I don't see how 4K would ever be feasible in a competitive matchmaking environment. And also, I create content. Even though it's not very good, I still create content. And here's the thing, right? If I play in 4K, I can't actually record in 4K. So the gameplay you're watching right now is actually 720p. That's the best I can do. Now, sure, I could go and buy another PC and have a dual PC setup where I, you know, play on one, record on the other, but I just don't see a point. Number one, I don't make a lot of money on YouTube. Number two, there's a lot of people out there, believe it or not, that struggle watching 4K content. 4K is pretty taxing on processors. Even mine, when I watch a 4K video on YouTube, it's not the easiest of tasks. Not to mention too, the internet required to watch a 4K video, a lot of people just simply don't have it. And then you have to render 4K videos, right, to upload to your YouTube. So I have the internet speed, but I don't have the processor. So either way, I'd have to upgrade my computer if I want to upload 4K videos. I just don't see a point. I mean, obviously, it's great for the people who do have the connection and the hardware for it, but again, most people don't. Therefore, I just don't see a point. Now, in terms of the FPS, right, for MCC PC and all that stuff, like, the game plays great when you're not trying to do something extra. Like, if you're not trying to record or stream or anything, like, the game plays pretty well. I mean, there's not many settings that you can adjust. I mean, there's like a couple quality options, but it's pretty cut and dry, pretty binary, so there's really nothing to adjust. I mean, you could change like the resolution and stuff like that. The one thing that I noticed almost instantaneously, VSync is enabled by default. Now, VSync was causing me a lot of issues with input lag with my controller. Now, as I said earlier in the video, I value performance. Like, I value that over anything else. That's why I loved the tube TVs, the CRTs, so much, because they had no input lag. Now, I'm a console noob, so I don't have a 144 hertz monitor yet, but I will. I have the BenQ that was used at the MLG tournaments, I think in 2014. It's a very good monitor for what it is. It was actually very highly rated on displaylag.com, which is like a database for how much input lag TVs and monitors actually have. I can't speak on today's monitors and manufacturing, all that stuff, but I know like back in the day, 5, 6, 7 years ago, input lag was kind of like taboo and it wasn't advertised by the manufacturer. That's why displaylag.com was great, because the guys over there, they tested so many different monitors and they listed their input lags and they sort of ranked the monitors by input lag. So pretty cool. Now, I don't know if I'm like bottlenecking myself. I don't know if it's a hardware issue, but I have noticed a little bit of stuttering, like performance issues in MCC PC. Nothing significant. Like I said, I don't play with VSync on because it was causing input lag. I can play with VSync on just fine, but the problem is I get input lag, so I can't. So I play with it off and I get a little bit of screen tearing, but that's kind of normal with VSync off. But the stuttering is the main problem. And other people are having this issue as well, even with VSync on. So I'm hoping that it's just more of a game issue more so than a hardware issue, because if it's a hardware issue, I'm not going to go upgrade my computer. And as a content creator, if I can't record good quality gameplay, I'm not going to record it. That means I don't have content to upload. And it's kind of unfortunate because this is where the people are. This is where the majority of Halo's population currently is. Now, I could just record Xbox gameplay like I've been doing, and that's fine. Like, I could go back to that, and I'm probably going to, because that's where Halo 2 and 3 are. But these issues are exactly why we need crossplay, because not everyone has a great computer. Not everyone has a dual PC set up to record and stream and all that stuff. So crossplay is definitely the move. I think they should give us the option to toggle it on or off like Call of Duty, and we'll go from there. So while we're on the topic of console and PC, I kind of want to talk a little bit about the mouse and keyboard versus controller debate. A lot of PC players have been very vocal about the fact that controllers have aim assist, and even Ninja plugged in his controller recently, which is kind of funny. But what do they expect? I mean, controllers are so bad compared to mice and keyboards in terms of accuracy. Like, controllers need the help, believe it or not. And understand this. Even though this game's been out for 2 days, this game has been out for 9 years. Halo's been out since 2001. Most of these controller players on MCC PC have been using controllers for like their entire lives. For a little bit of context, I mean, I've played with a Xbox controller since 2002, and I've played Halo pretty much every day since the summer of 2005. I'm not saying that controllers don't have an advantage, but like, dude, give it time. Learn the game, learn the maps, learn how to position yourself, learn how to work with your teammates. Like, there's so many things that you can do to, improve your game instead of complaining about something that controller players need. Mice and keyboards are significantly more precise than a controller. I played Team Snipers and Halo Reach on MCC PC. Oh my god. I was getting aimbotted by people who had no clue how to play. But I didn't open up my Twitter and start complaining about that. I just kind of expect it. The more competent you get with a mouse and keyboard, you will be able to dominate controller players mechanically. You will. The only handicap that mouse and keyboard users have is the fact that they're playing against players who have probably played with controllers for like 10, 15 years. And not to mention, this game was made to be played with a controller. The bigger complaints to me would be the fact that you can't crouch with a mouse and keyboard. That's a big issue. And also the strafing issue. Like, the strafing is so delayed on a mouse and keyboard. Like, that needs to change. Like, those are actual issues. I also want to talk about relays, and I tested this as well. I was pulling IPs pretty much every game I played. The fact that you have to disable relays to find games is concerning. This is an issue on both MCC PC and on the Xbox One. Both games. In your settings, like on MCC, in the actual in-game settings, when your relay setting is set to off, everybody in that game can see your IP. So if they're using Can Enable, ComView, whatever it is, they can see your IP. And also, PSA, if you have relays on or off, it doesn't matter, and you invite someone to your game, they can see your IP. And that's not a bug. So if you invite someone to your game and they join your game, they can see your IP and the IP of anyone else that you're playing with. A couple more things I noticed was they added some more servers. They're still using the Microsoft Azure servers, so don't let them fool you. There was no server upgrade. Basically, they added a couple new locations. And the fact that MCC PC has a 6-digit population and we have only 2 ranked playlists and one of them is Invasion is pretty concerning. So hopefully they add more. Overall though, 343 does get a lot of credit. I mean, the launch was pretty good. Couple minor hiccups, people lagging out and stuff like that. But overall, the MCC PC experience was pretty good. There's certainly a lot of hype surrounding this game, a lot of viewership, a lot of players. So hopefully this momentum can carry over into Halo 1, 2, and 3, which I'm sure it will, because, those are actual Halo games. Anyway, that's it for me. So comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought about MCC PC. But that's it. So love you guys. Peace.